my house, sold my car, sold everything. When I was there, the illusion of peace wasn't real because they would show us on the TV how dangerous it was to come to Africa. They wasn't showing us Cape Town. We didn't know about Cape Town. We didn't know about Santon. You heard about rebels. The little Ethiopian kids, they say, with the big bellies, big heads, skinny, AIDS, malaria. You hear about all the bad stuff. Voodoo, with the witchcraft. That's all we hear about. The propaganda that we hear from the people that's in charge. And we all know who that is. Because they tell us everywhere we go that we're the minority. But when you put all of us together around the world, we're the majority. God started with us, and He's gonna finish with us. Yo, I am Big Spuda. I'm a singer, I'm an actor, I'm also an author. I'm an ambassador for AUDA. That's me right fast. Yo, what's good? This is your boy, Ambassador Big Spuda. I relocated from the United States, East St. Louis, Illinois, here to Kibler Park. Come check out my crib right fast. First off, there go a 2-car garage right there for extra guests. You got this little space over here. But the thing that I don't like is this hill, this incline. Highball. It's trouble getting up this hill. But if you want to come over my house for real, you'll take that journey, or you'll park outside like Dr. Saad did. So you can journey over that way to go to the side and to the back part. That's where my guest housing is, on the side. And then my mini little rest and relaxation part right here. Sit out here. I told you I love nature. I'm surrounded by birds, the bees, and sycamore trees, all that right here. One of the features that got me is this door. This is a huge door. I don't know if y'all like glass doors, but I love this glass door. It make me feel like I'm fancy, like I got a little bit of money. I've always had Africa in my heart, you know. I knew that once I got a big chunk of money, because I know, it take money to get over here. They don't make it very accessible to make it to Africa. So I know I have to pay like $1,000 plus. This is before I knew how much the tickets cost. I knew it was going to cost thousands of dollars to make it over here. And shoot, it definitely does. It take a couple grand to make it over here and back, you know. So I said, once I get a chunk of money, man, I'm not vacationing all over the United States. I'm coming to Africa. So when I won this case that I had with the military, I got a little bit of money, and I came over here and I visited with Mark and Tasha Blanton. Shout out to the real South Africa. That's how I got over here to South Africa. And the first time I came, I stayed for a month. That was back in, I think it was 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right after COVID or during COVID, somewhere around that time. But yeah, and I fell in love with it. And then I came back again. When I got back to the United States, I told people, yo, I'm moving to South Africa. Like, it's like that. And they didn't believe me. And so for 6 months, I gathered everything. I did everything that I'm supposed to do, you know what I mean? And I went back on a visit on a house tour with the real South Africa with Mark and Tasha Blanton. I went back and stayed for a month looking for a house. And then I came back for another 4 months or so, sold my house, sold my car, sold everything. And I came back, and now I live here, and it's been almost 2.5 years. Yeah, it's almost been 2.5 years I've been living in South Africa. here to the bedrooms. Got a mirror here, so once I pass, I gotta see if the beard is all right, if I'm looking snazzy. Bedroom number one. It's Obi's bedroom. If you've seen one bedroom, you've seen them all. But we're gonna let, that one's gonna be on display. Another bedroom. Bathroom. You got a nice little shower unit right here. Tub. Of course, a little fancy commode. Nothing special. See, my house is basic. I ain't got no $700,000, you know? This is the regular man's life. Now this is the king's palace. This is where the action goes down. We'll start off with the bathroom. My last house, I had a jacuzzi tub, but this one, just a regular little joint right here. Mirror, and you see the tiles, and the his and her sink. Nice. Y'all see this? So regular shower, when I'm doing the medium water, hot and cold mix. And then the lady, y'all know how y'all ladies like hot water. Y'all keep that stuff over there. You over here, I'm over there. Easy, no arguing. Come on, nothing fancy. You got this glass right here, and the seal right there that keeps the water in. So you can just, you know, do your thing. It's bigger than the last house that I was in. It was about this big. Yeah, this space was about this big, and I was in that joint kind of struggling sometimes. I can't move around too much, but this one, yeah. The word I use is euphoric. It was a euphoric feeling. Like when I got to the airport, I was like, yo, I'm looking. Well, first I was looking when we was coming into South Africa, and I was looking at the land in the plane, and I'm like, yo, I can't believe like I'm really in Africa now. I mean, they divide South Africa from Africa. I don't know why, but I'm in Africa, regardless of how they look at it. But I'm like, yo, I'm really here. And then when I got to the airport and walking down the terminal, I'm like, I'm not feeling nothing though, not yet. So I'm thinking like when I get outside, that's what I'm gonna feel it. And true enough, when my feet hit the pavement of the grass and the concrete, I felt it. And I actually got it on my YouTube channel where I recorded the moment, and it brought me to tears. Well, almost brought me to tears, but I had to man up. I couldn't let nobody see me cry. But it almost made me tear up. Well, you know, it welted in my eyes, and that feeling was a feeling that I never felt before in my life. But it was a good feeling, and it was like a void was filled that you didn't even know existed. You get what I'm saying? And ever since then, the spirit has been working here. I got my security camera. So if anybody think they're gonna break in and not get seen, I'm gonna have that fire for you, waiting on you. This is my bedroom. Let me show you. You see that Zulu stuff right there? Clearly, I got two of them. That's usually what I wear on a daily basis, because I'm always at an event somewhere representing. You know, since I found out part of my lineage was Zulu. Shout out to the Dunn clan. So I wear that a lot. And I don't know. Some of y'all might talk about me because I got a refrigerator in my, just that big boy stuff. But hey, I like my own stuff. You know what I mean? The boys will have their own stuff, and I have my own stuff. But I like to keep my own stuff. You know, keep some Fruity Loops. I don't know nothing about that. And some Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes, my favorite cereal. When I do eat cereal, I don't like milk that much. My bed, and this is where I sleep and do everything that grown people do. I don't got no fancy stuff. I got my TV, my TV mounted. Hey, I got a regular home, so don't be on here talking. Oh man, this episode, this dude don't got nothing. Hey, I'm a regular dude. I don't got all that. I don't got 8 cars. I don't even got 1 car. I don't got no car. I'm Ubering and boating just like you in drive. That's what I do. So from there, we got the balcony. So this is where I come out. My little yellow birdie will come. He'll tap on that window. He'll tap on this. And I think it's one of my ancestors, you know. And then in the bathroom where we was just at, the little yellow bird will tap on that window. And every time I come out, he there. So don't be surprised if you see him when we go out. So balcony, I sit here and I chill sometimes. This is where I do a lot of my meditating. I come out here, you know, got the palm trees up there. I ain't never had no palm trees before, but you got the palm trees. And then the best part of the house, well, second best, is this pool right here. So I come here. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Yeah. See, you'll never know who's gonna pop up at Spuda crib, man. Celebrities and all, you know. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Good, my brother.
Man, how y'all?
Yes.
Y'all good? Y'all good?
Good.
What up? What up? What up? How you, man?
Looking fresh as always.
For sure, I'm trying to be like you, man. What's up with you? How you? Good. Big Spuda. Sean, pleasure to meet you.
I already know.
Big Spuda. I'll see y'all in a minute. Yeah. So this is my pool when I relax and chill and gather my thoughts, man. And I love the water, man. I love water. That's why I'm trying to get me a place in Durban so I can be by the ocean. And this is where I come up with my some of my music. It inspires me when I sit out here and when I'm gathering my thoughts, thinking about my kids. This is where I go to be alone. And they say men ain't supposed to cry, but hey, you're supposed to. We not robots. You know, this is where I do it in the privacy of nobody around me. I come here and I cry sometimes, you know. That don't make me no punk or nothing like that, because I'm gangster, you know. But that's that part of the crib. Now we're going to go.
Hey Web Nation family, for years we've been sharing stories of diasporans who have relocated from the diaspora and currently living here on the continent of Africa. You guys have been enjoying the episode, saying in the comment section that you want this to be you one day. Why don't we just bring that time to now? We are inviting you to come on a trip with us to South Africa, November 2026. This is going to be an 11-day experience of we visiting cities like Cape Town, Johannesburg. We having experiences like going to the wine lands and actually experiencing South Africa, the people, the food. This is not just a vacation. This is a very well detailed experience that gives you the proper insight on people interested in relocating. The beautiful part about this is we've made it easy for you to come on this trip with us. By you just making the deposit, you get to pay the rest in installment and get yourself on a trip with us to South Africa. Scan the QR code, secure your spot, and see you in South Africa. Now guys, let's get back into the video.
Ah, man, I was running away from my warrants. No, I'm just playing. I ain't No, I was running away from the law. No, let me stop playing like that for y'all think I'm serious. I'm not a criminal. I'm not Suge Knight, even though I own a record label. I'm not Suge Knight. Shout out to Cigar Music. But No, I wasn't. I was following my internal like spirit. Like I've been feeling Africa, like I said, since I was a child, and like I said, I had got that. It's like it was a call, man. It was like it was a silent call that like triggered me. And when I got here, that call and the spirit, what you say, my ancestors, it just linked up. You know what I mean? And I didn't even believe in ancestors before, but when I got here, it was like my ancestors was like, baby, you home and we got you. And when I left, God told me he'll sustain me and make me successful. And me, I followed God with blind faith. And I packed up everything that I had. I only had one, two, three, four, two suitcases, a big suitcase and a small suitcase, my backpack and a handheld. And I put everything that I had into that. And I left believing in God that he was going to sustain me and make me successful, like he said. I didn't know how because I didn't have skills. Like I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not none of that. I was just a regular dude, you know, that did time in the military and got a little bit of school and I got a degree, but I never used it, so I didn't know how I was going to be successful, you know. So when I got here, that's when my ancestors and God made stuff just start happening. And yeah, that was the trigger, man. I was just following God with blind faith. He told me it was time, and I left, and it was a huge sacrifice because I left my kids, I left my babies. You know what I mean? And anybody that know me, they know my kids mean everything to me. See, before I came here, before that light clicked in my mind about 5 years ago, it used to be God, my kids, and then me. Before that, after that, I started to put myself first. After the depressions and stuff like that, I realized that I'm no good for nobody until I'm straight. So it was God, then me, then my kids. And the more I poured into myself, the more confidence I gained, the more strength I gained. I wasn't battling with depression anymore. I was finding myself. And part of me finding myself was going to Africa. I didn't know why God wanted me to come here, but I knew he wanted me to come here. So I left. And I've been finding so much about myself that I didn't even know that was there. But that's the spirit of coming to Africa. So this is the kitchen. Now in the kitchen, I used to cook a lot back home, but here I don't cook a lot, man. The boys, they love cooking. They cook all the time. But I let them do that, and I'll cook every once in a while when they want me to make some spaghetti or chili or tacos. We do cheeseburgers and French fries. You know, make pizza. You know, that's when I'll cook. But the other stuff, when they be cooking, when y'all see me eating the chicken feet and the stew, liver, all that stuff, the boys be making that. So, in here, electric stove, man, it be chowing electricity. So, y'all back home, you want to get gas. If you ain't scared of gas, don't be scared of gas. But get gas and save you money, because electric stoves, And then, when it got the old air fryer, can never go wrong with the air fryer. So it ain't nothing else special to talk about in the double refrigerator, you know. Security right there. Double oven. Then turn around, bam. This my delegate. This furniture right here is this where I'm spending that's where I spent the money at right here. This stuff right here. This would make my house look pretty right here. This. You good, you good, you good. Look, we got another special guest appearance. Dun, dun, wah, 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 wah. Dr. Assad.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, so this, y'all see how this lined? And that's real leather. And I don't know what all this made out of, but yeah, you can tell it's nice and expensive. And my couches. See, can you do that with your couch? Hi. You can charge it. You know what I'm saying? Turn it on and off. You know, I got that set up. I do got a little bit of fancy stuff. TV. Well, we don't look at the TV that much, man. We always working. Every once in a while, I can come up here and catch a movie, you know. But most of the time, you know what we about to look at is the Diddy documentary. The 50 Cent and Diddy, we about to look at that soon, you know what I mean? So we'll sit here and chill. We got I don't know, y'all can't see it, but I got lights. I got lights going around here. And then this is my video camera where I have my little conferences back in the United States. And so I'll see them on this big screen. Nice. And then the king chairs. Y'all, you know they say fit for a king. I don't know how to cross my legs. I ain't gonna say why, but I don't cross my legs. But yeah, I'm just chilling. That's how I chill in my chair. So this is where we have our little get-togethers at, and we get this amazing view right here. Look at that. It's Hollywood out here. And then there's this over here. Never mind the gangsters. These is gangsters right here. No, I'm just saying. Yeah. Never mind the gangsters. See, look, you see how diverse we is. We so diverse. Let me tell you this. We so diverse. And we're trying to bridge the gap. We even got a doctor here. A doctor chilling with gangsters. With my rental house that I had, I was paying like $800 a month for 3-bedroom, no pool, never had a pool, never owned a pool, cable, $90 a month, water, maybe $40, electricity, $200. What else? Oh, car note. How can I forget about that? $300 a month plus insurance, about 120. Let me see. You count child support? Yeah, well, I gotta count child support because that's part of my responsibility. So that's $300 a piece. Pow, 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 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm spending way less here. I'll tell you that. Way less, and I get way more for my money. Way more. And my house that I sold it for like 70,000. Not no 700,000. 70,000. You know, shout out to Mark Blanton, who had a car for 80,000. My house was that price. Hey, because hey, I come from humble beginnings. I wasn't like how my counterparts in America, you know, my Americans that's here. Hey, they prior life, they was balling out of control. You know, not me. I wasn't balling like that. Like I said, if you look up East St. Louis, you'll see the hood. That's where I come from. So, yeah, my expenses, shit, shoot, it's about half. Yeah, I say I'm paying about half, and I'm getting double of what I have now. Like I said, I have a pool now. I've never had that ever in my life, and I'm proud of that. Now it's studio vibes. Now as you come into the studio, first thing you see, big Spuda. Yeah, cigar music. Our prayer. I just released that joint. It's out on all digital platforms. You see me praying with the Go-Go's. And then glass table, just to chill, you know, just in case nobody don't want to vibe in the studio. They sit out here, eat, drink, you know, talk stuff. Like what you do when you having studio sessions. We drink, we catch a vibe, we do all that. And then gotta relieve themselves, got a little small little bathroom right here, nothing special. Just to keep niggas from going in my crib. So when I have real studio sessions with strangers, they gotta come through here. From there, they come around, they come through here, and they never get to go up there. Or they come through the garage and straight to the studio. So that's the internet cafe over there. Come on, you good. Don't be scared now. She's scared. So we got the waiting area where you can sit for people that's non-artists, that's just there for vibes, because you know you be having those people at the studio that don't be having no talent, but they want to hang around. No, I'm just not playing. And then the garage storage right now, I told you I don't got no car. I ain't got no money. You understand? I'm one of the Americans that ain't come over here with no money. I'm broke. Okay? This is where the magic happened, in the studio. So yeah. So we just had a studio camp last weekend. Yeah, last weekend. This is one of our songs that we made right here. It's called Imali. Y'all don't know nothing about that, but y'all will. Yeah.
We need to do something, Mariah.
Hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I gotta do it with the superstar, man.
Why not?
So I can be famous, man.
But you are.
I'm a local yokel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I done showed y'all my whole crib. It ain't take a long time. So I'm like I said, I'm a poor man trying to act like I'm rich. You know what I mean? Trying to get to being rich. I ain't got the crib like Dr. Sai yet. I ain't got the crib like Kim and Ken. You know what I'm saying? Hey, see my brothers, they got big joints. I'm trying to get there. I'm about to level up. I'm telling you. Next time I be on this show, I'm gonna have a big house. I'm building my house from the ground up. Everybody got to start somewhere, and I'm starting right here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna level up. Let this take off. You know what? Y'all can help me by going to listen to my music. Google Big Spuda and go check out everything. Y'all got it? Y'all got it. Man, me and my team, we'll get together. We'll gather right behind you or at this table. We'll have some coffee. Well, they drink coffee. I just started drinking tea since I'm in South Africa now. I gotta be like them. Y'all like the British people. And back in the United States, I didn't used to drink tea at all. So I drink tea now with milk, and we sit there and we talk about our plans for the day and how we can take over the world, make the world better, and then we'll do some content, do some recording in the studio, and then after that, chill, relax, look at TV, and then sometimes I go to the pool and I gather my thoughts, chill. That's a typical day.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Obi Ocean, Big Spuda's digital advisor.
Yo, what's up? This is your boy Kemi Creed. I'm always around, one half of the Luxor Lords. I do videographing too, same as brother. I also ghostwrite, so it's all a collective, we got different skill sets and we're trying to make, reach one goal. So yeah.
Yeah, and on a daily basis, what our day looks like is we wake up every day. If we're not in the studio, if Spuda doesn't want to be in the studio, we're just sitting here on the balcony, looking for content ideas and implementing different ways to push this music. We're not only in the studio as well. We focus on the business side of things as well to make sure that we are able to sell our music to the right people and the right audience. So yeah, Big Spuda is like a brother, is a mentor, is a father figure, he's a friend. He's like literally everything that you can have in one. You get what I'm saying? So I have moments where he tells you, he's reprimanding you, it's like, don't do that. And then he has moments where, like, you guys are vibing together and stuff like that. So working with him, with that relationship, it's easier for me to understand him. And for an example, to give him the good results as a producer, so I work with vocals, balancing the vocals and working on vocals. So me understanding the type of man he is, it also helps me with my work because it's easier for me to give him the results that he needs because I understand him.
OG, Big Spuda has been a blessing, getting to learn a lot of things about manhood, getting to see what I used to see as a kid on TV, the American life and everything. And now I'm getting to see a person that's from there, Chicago, where most of my role models are from there, Kanye West and all them, King Von, all that. So it's been fun, getting to know him and me teaching him more about of our African roots, and he's teaching me about the American roots. So yeah, I'd say this journey and knowing Big Spuda is really a big blessing in my life. It really opened me to another eyesight of life. Instead of just focusing on one lens, which is what I've seen every day, waking up doing this, is now another city. So yeah.
My name is Vista from Durban. I'm known for like basically doing music and also like writing and stuff. I've been around, man. Yeah, I've been around. So yeah, but basically today we are with Big Buddha. I'm part of Cigar Music, and I'm a CEO. I run it, with Big Buddha as the founder of Cigar Music. So we've I can say we've had a rough ride, but we are growing each and every day with Big Spuda. So far, lately we've been receiving some good news at Cigar Music. So yeah, man, we are happy. Today we are celebrating his day. It's his birthday after all. So yeah, man. Otherwise, yeah.
When I was living in the United States, before I had got hurt in the military, I was doing law enforcement and private security, stuff like that. And I also was a manager at Blockbuster Video. Shout out to Blockbuster Video. I hate that y'all closed down and went bankrupt. That was my best job I ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? Blockbuster Video is like, it's like a place where you can rent movies from, And I enjoyed that job so much, making $10 an hour. Well, it was like $11 an hour. Wasn't much, but it was exciting. I liked it. And then when I got my disability, after that, it was just I was living off of my disability and taking care of my kids. And just slowly, really, I felt like I was slowly dying because I went into a deep depression. You know, when my firstborn moved out, and I wasn't ready for that, and it threw me off bad. I went into a depression. I started school again for my second degree, and that depression made me drop out of college. You know, yeah, I just felt like I was dying. I was gaining so much weight from all of the surgeries. I had 12 surgeries back to back to back to back, 7 alone on my stomach. You know, I was sitting with my stomach wide open, you know, waiting for it to heal. It was just a lot. I went into a deep depression and I gained so much weight. And I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, I had to go to God, and like I told you, I asked him, you know, what is it that you see me to do? What do you need me to be? I'm ready to do that. So, amen. So, in the military, you know, you get hurt, something like that, you know, they take care of you for the rest of your life if you get accepted. You know what I mean? You win. Well, I had put in for an appeal for a decision that they made that I wasn't comfortable with. And I got me a lawyer and I fought them. And the military had, the VA system in America has a tendency to throw away veterans. When you've done your service, they throw you away. They have no use for you anymore. And they just throw you out there to make it on your own. And they when you're trying to fight for your benefits, most of the time, they try to wait till you die off so they don't have to take care of you, you know? So I was battling this case for 15 years. 15 years. And then one day, when I made my prayer to God, I said, Lord, I'm tired of waking up every day like this. Let your will be done in my life. Whatever you see me to be, I want to be it. I'm ready to take on whatever challenge that you have me face, but I don't want to wake up and be the same person I was yesterday. I surrender. What is it that you want me to do? Let me be your beacon of light and use me. Let your will be done. And no sooner than I said that prayer, a couple of days later, I see some money in my account. And it's a large amount of money. And I know I'm thinking like, oh, maybe this is one of them cases where they done made a mistake and trying to set you up. Should I spend it or not? Because my military people know that on these type cases, the money will come first and then the paperwork will come second. So I'm like, yo, let me call the military, let me call the VA, see if something doesn't happen, you know. And they told me, hey, you won that case and they have to pay you back pay 15 years ago. And so I'm like, is this real? I just said this prayer. And then, bow, Africa. You said once you got some money, you're going to Africa. And that's what started my journey. That's what started my journey. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. The people have been so warm and welcoming. You know, when I went viral for this video that I had, yo, as a Black American living here in South Africa, having a home like this was just a dream in America, coming from East St. Louis, Illinois. But I was able to retire medically, and Now I'm here, what you call living a soft life. I didn't feel that way because I got sucked up into the internet world, social media. And man, when I tell you, South Africans don't play when it comes to. They have a weird way of dealing with social media, you know, and I did not feel welcomed at all. I was getting comments like, "Go back home to where you belong." Uh, Remember, y'all don't like us. There's a lot of comments that I was getting, and it was tearing me up. But then I had to realize, man, the internet is just a world of its own. It's not the reality that I see when I go to Deep Sloof, Deep Kloof, Pinville, Zola, you know what I'm saying? Mabopani, Mabonang, all these places that I go, I get shown love everywhere, everywhere. So I had to divide internet from real reality. So most of the stuff that we get fed is that internet stuff, and it changes us, and it got a lot of people that thinking it's so dangerous here. It's just as much danger in the city that you come from. You know what I'm saying? In the United States, it's just as dangerous. It's nothing different. Basically, if you mind your business is gonna mind you. You be a target. You act like a target. You're gonna be a target. You know. So nah, the people here are very very genuine, and the further you get away from the city of Joburg, or the further you get away from Joburg, the more friendlier and hospitable they are, because Joburg is the city of hustle. Man, this is like Hollywood in the United States. Everybody there to get rich quick, to be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So all the drama is in Joburg. You know, the prices are sky high compared to if you in Durban or Umhlanga. You know, it's just different. It's just different. So this Joburg is a hustle city. Yo, that's a sensitive one, man. Cause my birthday was just the other day, and I got a disturbing text message from one of my baby mamas. You know, telling me XYZ wouldn't be like this if you was here. When you was here, everything would have been okay, and this would have been taken care of. But now you there, it seemed like you just chasing dreams and living your best life and forgetting about your responsibilities. And some of the family members, they don't think I heard what they were saying about me, but I heard through the grapevine. Why would I leave my kids to go to a place that I don't know, to go to a place where they don't even like you there? Because that's the narrative that we get pushed, that Africans don't like African Americans. Why would you go to a place where you're gonna have to struggle when you done work so hard to set yourself up here? Some people were pushing for me to come, you know? A lot of people didn't think I would do it. But if you know me, if I say something, I mean it. I'm gonna put my stake into that, hammer it down, and you best to believe it's gonna happen. So I had some naysayers. I had some people that were close to me that basically gave up on me and hurt my soul. But God didn't show them the vision. He showed me. So as long as I believe in the vision that God gave me, I'm following God. I'm here for him, not nobody else. And the only thing only people that I cared about that cared about my vision is my children. Some of my children like it, some of them don't. I've even fell out with a couple of my kids over this because they feel like I put myself before them when I've dedicated my whole life to my children. Now it's time for me to do me. My kids not little babies. My kids are adults with kids. I'm a grandpa. You know, it comes a time when you got to start living for yourself. Pour into yourself. What's like self love. You know, pampering yourself. That's what I'm doing now. I'm in that phase. I just turned 45 the other day. I'm about to be 50 in 5 more years. What's that, half a century? I did my duty. My kids got free college wherever they want to go. They got free medical, free dental, free vision, and I'm still paying child support. I'm paying phone bills for all of my kids. Like, can you cut me some slack? Let me live. But that goes back to black people not wanting other black people to make it. The crab in the bucket syndrome that we have. I don't want to see you happier than me. But I want to do my part in changing that narrative. That's why black people can't never come together. But I can say that the networking and collaboration has been far greater here than there. Yeah, music. I always could sing, but I never was confident enough to do it. You know, I was always too scared to get in front of a camera or get in front of a crowd and sing in front of people. I would only do it like, say, I'm trying to woo a female. I sing to a female, serenade her, you know what I'm saying, to get what I want. I do that in the heartbeat. That's probably why I got seven baby mamas and 8 kids. I'm doing too much. So I was sing a woman's socks off. I do that easily, but then when it comes to doing it in front of people, I couldn't do it. Even though my dad's side of the family, everybody is musically gifted on that side. Everybody have talent, can sing instruments. It's just natural. And I can sing and play a few instruments, you know, by hand. I mean, I don't read music or nothing like that. I do it by ear. And I can only do that a little bit with each instrument. And but I was too scared to and fully indulge in it and embrace the talent because my voice is rough. It's like Jaheim, Anthony Hamilton, John Legend. It's not like a Life Jennings. It's not like a little smooth voice. It's kind of raspy. It got some rawness on it. So I always thought like, nah. I see all these people that I know that got singing lessons and they know how to read music, and they can say, oh, I'm a alprano, a soprano, or alto, and all that. I didn't know what none of that was. I'm like, yo, that music stuff is not for me. And my dad was always pushing me to do music. And the more he pushed me, the more I didn't want to do it. Because that's not me. That wasn't me. That was what he wanted to do. And me being his only son, he wanted to push me to do that. And it was just making me go further away from it. So when I got into the military, my first couple of years in the military, I tried to explore music. And I was singing hooks for a couple of groups in Kansas, in Fort Riley, Kansas, where I was stationed at. And we used to open up for Tech Nine. If y'all know who Tech Nine is from Kansas City, he's a rapper, big time rapper. We had the opportunity to work with him, and once we got into the music game, we was about to be on that soundtrack, Romeo Must Die, with Jet Li, DMX, and Aaliyah. We were supposed to have a song on that soundtrack, and our producer, he had got an advance to do the music. And once he got that advance, he disappeared. We found out he went back to Jamaica and took all the money, the copyrights to our songs, everything. And this was my first experience with music. And I'm like, if the game is like this, man, I don't want no parts of it. And that was when I was like maybe 22, 23, 21, in between that time, in my early 20s. And then after that, I was like, man, I'm not doing music. I don't want no parts of this. Then later on, when I got married, my second marriage, that's when I was in church. I was saved as a Christian. My wife and her mom were singers. And so they knew I could sing, but they were trying to get me to be in the choir and stuff like that. And so I joined the choir. I did a solo before, a couple of solos, and that was like in 2011, and that was the last thing I did with music. And then when I got here, man, it definitely clicked. Dr. Assad, Stacy, Red, Nikki, we come together sometimes at Dr. Assad's meetups. Stacy will have cookouts sometimes. Jay, if I forget some names, y'all know my memory is bad from the military. It just ain't clicking right now, but it's a bunch of us, and we just try to make sure we do stuff together to keep, I don't know if you call it the American culture going, you know what I'm saying, where we'll have fish fries, cook soul food, Dr. Assad cook his Creole food, New Orleans food. We'll have cooking contests with each other, see who cooked the best soul food or dishes, you know, play cards, do stuff that we used to do in the States with each other. You know, so we don't lose our culture, the Black American culture that we done brought out the mud when we felt like we didn't belong to nobody, so we created our own stuff. Ebonics, whatever you call it, we did our own thing. So yeah, we have our little community where we come together and we talk about serious stuff too, about how we can make the landing soft for the next people that's coming over here, for the diaspora, period. Whether it be from UK, United States, Norway, Black people everywhere. So, yeah. The biggest sacrifice was leaving my kids. The biggest sacrifice was leaving my kids. And that sacrifice is huge. I struggle with that sacrifice every single day that I'm here. I have to make sure that I don't let my mind get caught up in worrying about my kids and missing them. Like, it's a screensaver on my TV. When it come up, it pops up pictures of my kids. I have to turn my TV off sometimes so I don't have to look at those images. I have to refrain from calling my kids. Like when I first got here, I was calling my kids all the time. All the time. And then I noticed it just made me sadder and sadder and regretful and start to doubt myself. Did I make the right move? Was that God talking to me or was that the devil? You know, it gave me so much doubt. And I have to now, like I said, harness in on me and not focus so much on my kids, but what I'm trying to do for my kids. So that goal of legacy and having my kids be successful from my work that I do here is what I try to focus on the most. Because that sacrifice that I made to leave my kids, it hurts when I focus on it. You know, some people they kids is grown and they out of the house and they don't got to worry about their kids. They adults. Half of my kids are adults. 4 of them are grown with kids. And then my other 4 are in high school and one about to be in high school. So 3 years ago, my babies wasn't in high school, you know, and I was, man, see, I don't even like talking about it. I gotta keep myself from that. Man. Oh. See, this is exactly why I don't talk about my kids, you know, because that, there's so many raw emotions that come along with that. Because sometimes you feel like a failure and stuff is not happening fast enough. You know, then you get the text messages from your baby mamas saying this and that, you know. Man. And then I'm here and I'm taking care of other people and making sure other people are right. But I'm not there with my kids, my blood. You know, it messes with your head a lot. Sometimes I done thought about just giving all this up and just go back home with my babies and my grandbabies. You know. But it's the ultimate sacrifice that I make because I'm 45, you know. I done lived and I had a good life, you know, and I still got more life left. And people hate when I talk like this, but we don't live forever. And when I leave, I wanna leave my mark on the world. I wanna leave my mark on my kids that my daddy stepped out of the norm to make sure that we gonna be comfortable for the rest of our lives. That's what drives me. That's my passion. So I can't get myself mixed up in worrying about United States and my kids. I talk to them here and there, you know, and not because I don't love them or miss them. When I put so much into them, I lose focus of what I'm doing here. And what I'm doing here is way bigger than that. In the next 5 years when I'm 50, because I just had a birthday. I'm 45 now, so when I'm 50, I dream big, man. I don't dream small. I dream big. In 5 years, I hope I'm going to speak this into existence. My kids will be here. Those that want to come, along with my grandbabies. I've been to built my compound to where other extended family members can come and stay, that want to get away from Babylon and come here to God's continent. I hope to be a king. I just started thinking like that a couple of days ago, actually, about being a king. I used to just want to be an ambassador or be part of something that was bigger than myself. And now I want to be something big. I want to be a king. And so I'm going to push to do that because I know it's possible now. I didn't think I didn't know about royalty or nothing like that. I thought that was just in England. and the royal family and all this and that. But now that I'm finding out black people come from royalty too. And the more I invest in finding my roots and doing DNA tests and speaking to these different people, you are who you attract. I'm attracting celebrities and I'm attracting royalty. So I think that the royalty is in my blood. So I'm a keep on diving into that. And when I find out what I think I know already, I'm gonna be a king. Man, let go of the notions that you think that United States is everything and that Africa is nothing. Like they teach you that crap to keep us divided and keep us from coming over here and discovering paradise. All that stuff you learned, dump it out of your head and relearn with an open mind. Let God lead you. Let the Spirit lead you. And before you come here, just know that these are your people too. That saying that Africans don't, man, they love you here. I'm just talking from my experience where I've been. And I haven't been all over Africa, but I know people that's been other places and they've been treated so good. Of course you have your negative people that probably don't like you. But for the most part, man, Africans love us. And we love them. So come over here with an open mind to learn something that ain't part of what you used to. You got to be willing to learn some more stuff. So leave that American mentality in America and come here and think African melanin based. You'll be all right. I would tell myself, man, be ready for this journey and make sure that you're ready for what you about to get yourself into, because here, following the Spirit and your ancestors, you could be anything. This land is very powerful. And I would tell myself, like, hey, think big. Think big. Don't limit yourself, because Africa is huge. And the things that go on here, man, you can be part of it. So don't limit yourself.